Happy Monday, everybody. I'm Amanda Head, the Hollywood Conservative, and this is your Hollywood Minute. A quick programming announcement. Some of you have tuned into my podcast, Furthermore with Amanda Head, and to those of you who have, thank you so much. If you have not, I implore you, I beg you, I ask you to go tune in. You can find it on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, on iHeartRadio, all of those places where you can download podcasts. Again, it's called Furthermore with Amanda Head. Anyway, so months after beginning the podcast, I think I launched it the first week of April, and I finally got to have my colleague, my mentor, my friend, my co-host, John Solomon, on the podcast, and we took a very deep dive, about 45 minutes worth, into some of the news this week, the debate coming up on Thursday, some of the Supreme Court decisions that are going to be coming down, President Trump's VP pick, as well as some of his reporting over on justthenews.com pertaining to the FBI, pertaining to Hunter Biden and Joe Biden, pertaining to Biden, one of Biden's advisors, a guy named Amos Hochstein, who met with Burisma executive while Joe Biden was vice president. This is another story that we broke down on our TV show last week, and we're going to break it down a little more on the podcast today. Anyway, all right, so the debate on Thursday. Listen, there are some parameters going into this debate that I do think benefit Joe Biden, namely the fact that mics will be muted for the other debater while one is answering. I think that President Trump shines when he has retorts. I will never, ever forget that moment in that first debate in 2016 when, I don't even remember exactly what it was that Hillary Clinton said, but thank God Donald Trump isn't in office because da-da-da-da-da, and Donald Trump said, because you'd be in jail. And this was knowing the criminality that we knew at that point, which wasn't even all of what we knew about it at that point. I think at that point we knew that she had utilized BleachBit and had smashed a bunch of Blackberries with hammers, so that she wouldn't get caught with more evidence pertaining to the private servers that she had in that closet and all the State Department shenanigans that she ran offline or back-channeled rather. So anyhow, that is one parameter that I think helps Joe Biden. However, there are two that I think hurt him to a very, very great degree, and they don't hurt Donald Trump. One of them is the fact that this is a debate that is 90 minutes long and they will not be sitting for the debate. Donald Trump stands on his feet delivering 2.5 hour long speeches. I think it was CPAC 2017 when I missed my flight back to Los Angeles because Donald Trump was on stage. He was the final speaker at CPAC, and he spoke like 2 hours and 45 minutes. And I didn't want to miss his speech. And on top of that, I think Secret Service wouldn't allow, because we were within that concentric circle of security, so I wasn't allowed to leave until Trump left. So President Trump, 90 minutes on his feet is absolutely no big deal. The other thing is no note cards. And Joe Biden, even if he is giving a press conference where he isn't answering questions, or he's answering one or two questions, but they have been pre-planned and pre-quoted to him and pre-answered, he has note cards. And I technically have note cards, but this is my to-do list before our trip for the 4th of July. Joe Biden can't have note cards, and that is going to hurt him. It is not going to hurt Donald Trump to any degree at all. Donald Trump knows his stuff, as evidenced by the fact that he is not having to be holed up somewhere like Camp David, prepping for an entire week before. And like I said on my podcast, it's insane to me that Joe Biden has to prep for this. You're the president right now. This is your job. You should know your stuff, okay? I just realized that I've gone way long on this video, so I gotta cut it out. Everybody, please go download my podcast, Furthermore with Amanda Head. I'll see you tomorrow.